This is Shauna, and welcome back to 30 Things to Store, where all this month we are talking about things that most people have around their homes and giving you some tips on how to store them. If you were here yesterday, we were talking about small accessories for men, like cufflinks and collar stays, and today we're talking about women's jewelry, so small accessories for women. So the important thing to remember when you're trying to store your jewelry is that jewelry comes in different shapes. So when we're finding a container to put the jewelry into, we want it to have compartments that fit the shape and that store the jewelry safely. There are a plethora of jewelry boxes that are on the market. They're all fine. It's mostly a matter of personal taste. You want to have one that fits the size of your dresser, that matches the decor of your room, and importantly, has sections inside to keep like types of jewelry together. So maybe one area that's designed to hold rings, one compartment where you could put your buttons, maybe an area that you could spread out your watches and your chain bracelets, maybe a section for your cuff bracelets. All of them are fine. The important thing that's a little bit different with women's jewelry is that necklaces require special storage. Necklaces put in a box tend to tangle if they're put in the same box. So I prefer a hanging solution. Something simple you can get. This is actually designed for children's jewelry, but you get the basic idea, is something that's tall from which you can hang your jewelry, your necklaces. Each one can hang separately. You can see that each of these, the bracelets along the bottom, the necklaces on the outside, this helps to keep them from tangling up. If you don't want to buy something like this and put it on your dresser, you can do an easy solution such as get a bulletin board and put tacks in them. Hang push pins, just hang the necklaces from the push pins. You could get a cork square. You can also use a tie rack, something that's designed to hold ties or belts. All of these have different little hooks, and you can hang the necklaces from the hooks. So I like that solution, hanging better. If you have a very large closet, you may have drawers in your closet which are designed for jewelry, and I would suggest lining those maybe with a velveteen fabric, but also putting subdividers in there so that the jewelry doesn't slosh around when you open and close the drawer. So, jewelry boxes, hang your necklaces. Another thing to consider is earrings, particularly if you wear a lot of earrings for pierced ears. Sometimes there are nice options to consider for pierced earrings. This is an example. It's one of many, many kinds, but the features on this one show that you can hang two types of pierced earrings. One that has the post that would go through these holes, and then also these bars for hanging the ones that are a hoop. You don't have to store your earrings separately, but if you wear them a lot, this can make it easier to access them. The last thing I would say is that if you have some investment pieces, you want to keep those separately. You want to make sure they are appraised individually and insured, and perhaps even stored in a safety deposit box. And if you have young children who have nice pieces of jewelry, you may want to hold on to them until they get a little bit older. So, a jewelry box with sections, hang your necklaces if possible, and for your investment pieces, make sure that they are appraised, insured, and safely stored. That's all today on 30 Things to Store. See you tomorrow.